What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another day, another dollar, and another video. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. We're going to be doing things a little bit differently today. I've got the Tradeovate account pulled up as I kind of want to show you guys what an actual TPO market profile will look like in a session. And then we'll go into my usual TD Ameritrade account and go over destinations that we hit today, as it was an inside day and did exactly as we expected, which was a whole lot of chop. And then from there, we'll go into our weekly and daily time frames and kind of give you an update on how that is shaping out or shaping up to be as we close out the end of the week. Today is hump day, Wednesday, so only 2 more days left in the trading week. We'll see how we close it out and how we digest the Fed rate hike coming into Friday. So we still have a lot of economic data coming out, and I believe still one more tech earnings that I think it's Apple, if I'm not mistaken, that comes out. But we'll have plenty of data to come out still to help this market move in one direction or either. It doesn't seem like the 25 basis point rate hike today or any of the statements given by Jerome Powell today made any difference in what the market wanted to do today. We're still just chugging along in a balance, chopping around inside day today. Before we get into it, guys, if you do not mind, please leave a like down below. And if you like viewing this TPO chart on Tradeovate, holler at me, let me know down in the comments, and I'll try to include this more often. But this is what an actual, this is a condensed version, meaning it's compressed and it's not separated by time frame. But you can see here on our TPO chart that yesterday's session right here, high here, low here, right? Today's session was an inside day. All we did was chop around inside of yesterday's range and didn't get much for it. Very tight range in the overnight. Right here where I'm circling was the overnight range. So that's usually what I'm looking at whenever I have my multi-chart pulled up, is the overnight range. And usually whenever we take out direction, if it's not an inside day, you can get pretty good indication of where we're going. So this being said, all we did today was chop around inside day. We finally, late in the evening, an M period, as you can see here in M, we decided to set a new low in the day. Also, I don't know why it keeps snapping to the bottom. It's kind of irritating. But anyway, we had a set of single prints in L period, and you can see that by this gap in the actual profile itself. You can see where L started right at beneath K's low, right? And then managed to make it new lows on the day, creating a set of single prints that M period held. So we initially, we go out with a double distribution today and then set a new low on the day late in M period and take out yesterday's low, but only by 2 ticks. Yesterday's low was 105.50. Today's low was 105. So we only took it out by 2 ticks. So we'll still treat it as an inside day. And whichever way we come out of it, we'll monitor it and continue, monitor it and see what kind of continuation we get out of it or lack of. So far, this is all it is. Choppy day, choppy action, not a lot happening. All right, now let's go ahead and bring up our actual TD Ameritrade account that I use on a regular basis. So as you can see, we did exactly what I expected in yesterday's session, or yesterday's video that I stated, where if we open up in the lower distribution, we'd probably chop around in the lower distribution. But however, if we did get above the 41, 44 level, you would look to backfill this set of single prints. Well, we did that and then continue to chop around in K, L, or JK and an L period before finally going trend late in the day. And you can see that here by L period taking out the low of day that we had in D period, and then finally getting a trend to the downside, creating a double distribution. So we finally filled that set of single prints, a very large set of single prints, dipped our toe in the upper distribution in K period, and got rejected out of it pretty heavy, as we did end up setting new lows on the day. However, I did not take any trades today, as I did not like the choppy price action, did not like how it was an inside day, And you typically on Fed days, a lot of people like to get chopped up and get involved in this mess, especially in all this volatility. You know, they're coming out saying, "Oh, I made 10K, made 11K, I made 30K, whatever." But they've also had days where they've lost 100K trading this type of volatility. So keep that in mind, guys. A lot of accounts got blown up today, and do not feel bad if you do not take a trade on a day like today. Now, tomorrow we'll look for more market generated information to support and give us an edge on the trade. So let's go ahead and mark today's destinations. And like I said, we only took out yesterday's low by 2 ticks. So we'll treat it as an inside day. But we go out with today's high, today's low, a very small set of single prints that starts at K's low and or starts at M's high and fills at K's low. And then we have a price probe below L's low. So it's where M period spiked below L and continued to the downside. So we have a price probe or price spike. So let's go ahead and mark these destinations, and then we'll go over our larger time frames. So today's high, 67, 41.67. It's also kind of impressive that these set of single prints took all day to fill, even in J period. Initially, whenever the Fed started to come out with their decision, we got just barely missed filling that set of single prints in J period, and then finally it took K to come in, Curly to come in and take out that high and fill that set of single prints. So today's high day, we'll mark that. And then we have where our single prints start at D's low. I believe I said K's low earlier. It's D's low right here at 30.75. Is where the single prints fill. And then you have the single prints that start at M's high of 18. And then we have our price probe right here at 15. So price probe. Our PP. If I could type. Oh my goodness. Mark it like that. And then we have today's low of day at 05 even. And I'm just going to delete that. Make this a 3. And boom. So that's how our day shaped up. We actually, what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10 wide point of control as well. I forgot to mention that. We do have a 10 wide point of control at E's low of 42.25. I did not recognize that until just now. So we do have a wide point of control here at 42.25. So we'll mark that on our chart as well. 10 wide control, and it is the widest point in the profile, closest to halfback. So 10 out of 13 time frames traded back and forth through that 41, 42, 25 area. So if then statements, if we open up in the lower distribution and below the price probe of 41.15, which is the best thing for sellers, then you'll most likely take out the day's low at 41.05 and test our balance low at 40.9725. If we reject the price probe and open up in the set of single prints or above it in the upper distribution, then you'll look to trade at 41.4225 and then trade up to 41.67 and then get the previous day's high at 41.7725. If we open up inside this and continue to chop around, do not expect me to touch this market, to say the least. So, but this market does have a really good chance to take out the downside, go to the downside. I don't know if you guys hear the ice cream truck in the background. But 40.97.25, remember that is the balance low. If we take that out, there's a vacuum down to 40.68.75. So keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. Keep that in mind. All right, now let's go over our larger time frame. We'll review the weekly real quick, and then we'll review the daily. So here's our weekly time frame. And remember, we came into a weekly balance. We came into a 4-week balance. This week will be the 5th week if we do not make a new high on the week. And so far, it looks like we are struggling to do such. But if we do come out of balance on our daily to the upside, chances are good to set a new high on the week. But we only have 2 trading days left. I do not put it past them to do such a thing. But like I said, when balance rules are in effect, you look to either take out a previous balance high and go with continuation, or get nothing for it, roll over, and visit the balance low at 40.68.75. And so far, that looks like that's what we're attempting to do in our weekly. It looks like we are attempting to reject the 4,200 and roll over and test our balance low. Now, if we do somehow come out of balance to the downside on our daily, like I said, our next destination is that 40.68.75. And if we get that, then we'll have a good opportunity for an outside week down. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Now let's go ahead and look at our daily time frame. There's our daily inside the weekly balance. So you see how that's shaping up. I'm gonna pull up our daily balance, and there's our daily balance firmly. 42.06.25 is the balance high. 40.97.25 is our balance low. Like I said, if we take out our balance low, if we come out of this inside day to the downside and take out our balance low at 97.25, you will go test that weekly low at 68.75 and this daily low here at 68.75. If we get below that, then the weekly will have a good opportunity for an outside week down and potentially visit the 50-day moving average. If we get below that, look to backfill this gap here between 32 and 09. So things could get really dicey if we come out of this balance to the downside. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks for stopping by. If you did like the new look or the new look of the TPO with the actual lettering here, then let me know down in the comments. We might test it out some more. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks. See you.